Okay, thank you.
So, welcome along this afternoon to session 14 of the National Age Group Championships at Aberdeen Sports Village. Before we start the action, we'll have your health and safety announcement. So your attention please for this. In the event of an emergency evacuation, a siren will sound. Staff will direct you to the nearest fire exit. Take a look around you and note where the nearest fire exit is. There are exits at all four corners of the pool hall. Spectators should leave via the main stairs and not use the lift in an emergency. Please do not leave articles in the walkways or sit on the stairs, and no glass items or outdoor footwear are allowed poolside.
Well, good afternoon, everybody joining us on live stream today. Welcome to the final heat session of the week. This is Sunday heat session for 11 to 14-year-olds for the Scottish National Age Group Championships 2024. It's another sunny-ish day here up in Aberdeen Sports Village, and it's great to have you join us again. My name is Stuart Stevenson. I'm joined here by a voice I'm sure most of you will know, Duncan McKinnell. Hi, Duncan.
Good afternoon, Stuart. We had some super swimming this morning, and it's a last big push for the youngsters today to try and get into finals for one last time tonight.
Yeah, it is. And I'm sure we'll see some great racing. The youngsters have really been performing at an outstanding level throughout the week. So look forward to these events coming up. You'll see them on your screen. We've got the male and open 200 IM, followed by female 200 free. And then we've got the boys 100 free, girls 100 back, and breaststroke I should say, and onto the 800 freestyle. We take a bit of a breather and watch that unfold, and then we finish off the individual events with the relays. Sorry, the individual events. It's not individual events. I'll restart that, will I?
It's been a long week, Stuart.
It's been a long. You can tell the tiredness is getting to me. We'll finish off with the relays. So first of all, the female 4x100, and then we'll go on to the boys as well. So it's always exciting finishing in relays. And there's some crackers this morning in these relay events, ebbing and flowing between the teams.
Yeah, that's the beauty of medley relay, isn't it? I think probably more than the freestyle relays, that you do really see the ebbs and flows as you go from stroke to stroke, and so that's going to be very exciting. Before that, we've got swimmers looking to add to their medal tally in both the 13s and the 14s. Of course, nothing other than the 800, nothing will be decided this afternoon other than do they make the final or don't they. We will be expecting strong swims, though, for the swimmers to get to the finals. 13-year-olds in their Karnatka will be a prominent player, I'm sure, again. Hamilton Aquatics with a really talented group of youngsters here in Aberdeen this week. It's been a delight to have them with us. In the 14-year-olds, we're going to have another busy afternoon from Nikolai Cisnet of City of Glasgow. Austin McPherson as well had a great weekend. Fabio D'Armas, another of the Hamilton Aquatics as well. 200 freestyle for the girls. Well, Lily Mundell has been very strong. The Hart swimmer, she looks to be in very good contention for the 14-year-olds and make her way to the final for that. Then we've got the distance specialist Amber Hinton. She's had a great weekend. So 200 freestyle. It'll be interesting to see how fast she can go in that. The 13-year-olds, Lucy Raper from Morpeth. Morpeth have sent some really talented swimmers up to Aberdeen this week, and again, it's been great to have them here. We have the 100 freestyle after that for the boys, and again, some of those that I've already talked about will be back again doing that. So they've got to do back-to-back racings here in 200 IM, 100 freestyle. And for the female swimmers, it will be back-to-back 200 freestyle and 100 breaststroke. Well, probably a little bit more variation in the swimming cast on that one, but Lily Mundell will be back. Anna McCarty will be strong, and Agato, another of the Hamilton swimmers, along with Nadia Lim, who's been very successful this week. As you said, Stuart, we've got the 800 freestyle, and of course that the medals do get decided leading 14-year-old. Once again, Nikolai Sisnet, so he's going to be having a really busy afternoon of it. And the 13-year-olds, well, there'll be a couple going in the final heat. Samuel Ruff and Charlie Bray. Charlie has won the distance freestyles in the 13 age group. But the whistle goes for the first heat. We're right in there here.
Right, straight into it. So this is heat 1. So we have 5 heats in this one. Lane 1, Caleb Gray from Finns. 2, Ross Winters, East Lothian. 3, Angus Donald, Warren Bass. 4, Bear Tetlow, Geary. 5, Julian Ockrodge, Delting. 6, Nathan Zorrell from Dumfries. 7, Ethan Pate from Finns. 8, Lewis Relly from South Ayrshire. And off the go with the butterfly, and it looks like lane 4 taking the lead here. The Geary swimmer, Blair Tetlow, good start there. Also lane 2, Ross Winters, East Lothian. But across there now in lane 6, Nathan Zorrell, he just comes ahead just at the end of that fly leg into the backstroke. Good turn there in lane 5. Julian Ockrodge, Delton swimmer.
Yes, turns so important in the individual medleys. You go transition from stroke to stroke, and that's a skill these young swimmers have to really learn and master. And certainly it looked like Julian Ockrodge had the fly to backstroke turn pretty well mastered there in lane 5, and he's continued to go well just ahead of Nathan Zorrell, who had the touch at the end of the butterfly. So they are 1 and 2 coming to halfway. There's about a metre between them, as you can see there. Going into breaststroke, another tidy turn from Julian, but this time Nathan matched him, so this is going to be quite tight between the two of them. Also lane 2 now, Ross Winters still in the hunt there, the East Lothian swimmer. And coming up now, Blair Tetlow. Here's where the breaststrokers show their stuff.
Yeah, Nathan Zorrell looks nice here, getting his breaststroke, but yeah, coming through. In lane 2, Ross Winters, so East Lothian swimmer, looks as if he's a very comfortable breaststroke swimmer, and he's drawing up here. And over is on in the outside lane as well, on the far side, Lewis Relly from South Ayrshire. He's come right into the mix here, so he might just be up into second place. And it's Nathan Zorrell, Lewis Relly, Ethan Pate. So that 1, 2, 3 has changed again from what it was before. But a great turn again there by Nathan and into his freestyle. And he's looking good here. Lewis Relly still hanging on to second, but he's been challenged now by Ethan Pate, the Finn swimmer coming through just inside him in lane 7. Ethan Pate just challenging up there for the second spot with Lewis Relly. And Nathan Zorrell, I don't think he'll be caught now, the Dumfries swimmer in lane 6, and he'll take this one. It's really tight for second. I think Ethan might get it. Nathan Zorrell gets it, 2:42.34. Ethan Pate, 2:44.17. Lewis Relly, 2:44.56. So a nice improvement there from Nathan, 4 seconds off his entry time.
Yeah, that was good stuff from the Dumfries youngster. 2:42.34. Just waiting for confirmation of that result. There you have it now. So that is confirmed. Ethan Pate of Finns was second. Lewis Relly of South Ayrshire in third. So those 3 all inside their entry times. There's the lineup for heat number 2. We have Daniel Volkov of University of Aberdeen Performance in 0. Oliver McElwraith going in lane 1 for Cumbernauld. Emilian Gies of Aberdeen Dolphin in 2. Daniel Letham, Cumbernauld in 3. Jensen Busketer of City of Glasgow in 4. Thomas Vakulitz of Hearts in 5. Yasin Hattab of Dumfries in 6. Adam Gibson of Geary in 7. Daniel Rose of Aberdeen in 8. And lane 9, Jack Kivlahan from Ren 96. So we saw a Dumfries win from lane 6 in the first heat. So no pressure, Yasin. See whether you can do the same. Good start though in lane 2. That's Emilian Gies of Aberdeen Dolphin. So they seem to know how to produce good fly swimmers. That's 33.78 for Emilian, with Thomas Vakulitz of Hearts just a couple of tenths behind him. But Emilian, nice transition from fly to backstroke. And see, he's got himself into a good position as they come down the backstroke length.
Yeah, he's just about a board length up now as on this backstroke. And just outside him, coming through nicely as well, Daniel Letham, Cumbernauld swimmer in that pink cap. So Daniel is moving up into second place and possibly just pipping this at the halfway point. We'll find out as they turn, but it's going to be very close. Is Daniel just a fraction ahead? He gained about half a second on Emilian there over the backstroke. As they go into the breaststroke, where often this separates them out.
So just 100th in it, but it does look like Emilian is reasserting himself in the breaststroke, but also coming up in lane 5, Thomas Vakulits, the Hart swimmer. Both of them have good pedigrees. Thomas Vakulits, the silver medalist in East District age groups. Emilian was the winner in North District age groups, so pretty well matched. Emilian and Thomas both in the 13-year-old age group, so this is for real here, and there's every chance that they'll both make finals. It looks like Thomas maybe just has got the edge now as they come up to the 150, but there's not a lot in it. 2:01.55. You can see his breaststroke quite a bit faster than Emilian's, but see whether he can take this down now on the freestyle. Certainly these two now, but Emilian is still very much in contention as they go past those halfway markers. Can he close the gap on Thomas? Third place is lane 4, Jensen Busketer of City of Glasgow, but it's a Hearts versus Aberdeen Dolphin at the front, and it's going to be a Hearts victory. 2:37.71 for Thomas, and he is around 2 seconds inside his entry time. Emilian taking second, 2:39.41 for him. And also a couple of seconds inside his entry time, Daniel Leffam taking third.
Yeah, some good times going in there. Nice win for Thomas, Hart swimmer. And we move now on to heat 3. So in lane 0, Samuel Ruff, City of Glasgow. 1, Andrew Pattison, also City of Glasgow. 2, Logan Moffat, Bells Hill. 3, Luke Thompson from Bathgate. 4, Rudy Vick from Warnder Bass. 5, Aidan Anderson, Aberdeen Dolphin. 6, Sky Cowbunchai from University of Aberdeen Performance. 7, Jasper Broom from South Ayrshire. 8, Cameron Jolly, University of Aberdeen Performance. 9, Boyd Fernside from East Lothian. So we have one 13-year-old, Samuel Ruff. All the other boys in this are 14. And this looks like a good start in lane 3. Luke Thompson, the basket swimmer, also going well out in 6th there is Sky Cowbunchai. So I think that's our top 2 at the moment in the butterfly discipline. And the Warrender swimmer, Rudy Vick, possibly in 3rd. So Luke Thompson, Sky Cowbunchai, Rudy Vick, 31.15 at the turn there. So quickest that we've seen.
Yeah, a couple of seconds faster than the previous heat. As you said, Stuart, there's mainly 14-year-olds now with the first appearance of the 14-year-olds. And, well, the 4 in the centre lanes all pretty close here because the swimmers in lanes 4 and 5 just half a metre or so behind the swimmers in lanes 3 and 6. So Luke still has the advantage, and Sky right there with him. In fact, I think Sky might have the edge now. He does. That's a very nice backstroke from him. 1:09.24 at the halfway mark, so he leads by 9/10 now. Aidan Anderson, in fact, just edging past Luke Thompson into 2nd as well. And the Hart swimmer, Rory Vick, is a strong breaststroker, so expect him to make a move here, and that's exactly what's happening. He has gone past the other 3, and we've got that classic arrowhead formation now that's going down the pool, spearheaded by Rory Vick.
Rory's looking strong. He is the quickest on entry, 2:24.04. So about 4 seconds ahead of the rest of the field, and it's this breaststroke, you feel that's what separates him from the rest, and he's moved out there. Let's see what the lead is. A couple of seconds now, Rory Vick over Aidan Anderson, and then Luke Thompson. That's the 1, 2, 3 just now as they go into the freestyle, and we'll see if Rory can hold on to this or even increase his lead. Got a bit of competition just outside from Aidan Anderson, the Aberdeen Dolphin swimmer, and he could be drawing up here. So Aidan Anderson now is trying to reel Rory in here. So Aidan Anderson, as they come towards the finish, Rory Vick is just about hanging on. Aidan Anderson is drawing up. Will he catch him? Will Aidan get it on the touch? Oh, Rory Vick just holds him off. It's 2:26.46 for Rory Vick. Aidan Anderson, 2:27.05. Luke Thompson, 2:36.1. He looked even closer than that. It's about half a second in it in the end.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well, that Not seeing any suggestion of any change in the times, but certainly didn't look like there was half a second between them. In fact, I'm hearing that there might be some adjustment to times here, so we'll just hold our horses on that one. But that was certainly a very strong final 50 from Aidan Anderson and got very close to Rory. And you see that time has been adjusted, so it's only a 2/10. That's more like it. 2:26.46 and 2:26.69. So they were the two fastest times there. And we go on to heat number 4. The lineup here: Lewis Bray in lane 0 for Inverclyde, Brogan Smith for Glenrothes, Blake Herdman at Inverclyde, Khan Atka of Hamilton Aquatics, his teammate Fabio De Armas in lane 4, Aaron Machin, City of Glasgow in 5, Adam Selby of Finns in 6, Richie Saunders of Warrender in 7, Brodie Lydon, City of Glasgow in 8, and lane 9, Murray Johnson of Ren 96. So we saw one 13-year-old in the last heat. We've got 2 in this one and another one to come in the next heat. So the 13-year-olds here: Brogan Smith in lane 1 and Khan Atka in lane 3. But Khan Atka is the early leader, 31.24, looking to add to his medal tally. First of all, of course, he's got to get to the final, and he is up there with his teammate Fabio De Armas in lane 4. Fabio maybe just edging into the lead. Then we've got a trio of swimmers outside him: Aaron Machin, Adam Selby and Richie Saunders. So this is pretty close coming down towards backstroke.
Yeah, the orange caps there in the lead, but coming through as well in lane 6 now, Adam Selby. So Finn swimmer had a really strong backstroke there, second quicker than the rest of the field. So Adam looking good into the breaststroke. Fancy that Fabio De Armas will do very well in this stretch. He came into this 2:22.56, so good bit clear of the rest and looking good at the moment. Aaron Machin, he's a very good breaststroker and he's having a strong breaststroke leg here. So Aaron's moved up into second place. Fairly tight for third. Just about Adam Selby still, and Finn swimmer holding on to third place. But Fabio De Armas, Aaron Machin will be a 1-2 turning into the freestyle, and Aaron's really held on to him here and has made up some ground, in fact. About half a second or so on that breaststroke into the final stretch here. So Fabio De Armas, Aaron Machin, then Richie Saunders. Richie Saunders has come through into third place. So Richie, the Warrender bass swimmer, over there in lane 7. He made a move in that breaststroke leg as well. But Fabio De Armas, very quick time coming in, 2:22. We'll see if we can challenge that. Maybe not quite, but Aaron Machin's having a great swim here. And Aaron Machin is strong right to the finish. So 2:24.94 for Fabio De Armas. Aaron Machin 2:25.61, which is a good couple of seconds improvement for him. Khan Atka third place, 2:29.76.
So that puts Khan Atka at the moment on the top of the pile for the 13-year-olds. Brogan Smith will be right there with him as well, second fastest. So 2 good swims from the 13-year-olds in third and fifth there, but it was Fabio, as you said, Stuart, taking the win there, 2:24.94. As we go to the final heat. Line up there: Alex Cantley, South Aberdeenshire; Charlie Braid, Ren 96; Angus Woods of Kintyre. 3 is Nebby Sengula from Highland. 4, Nikolai Cisner of City of Glasgow. Austin McPherson of Geary in 5. Stephens Nastjuks of Stranraer in 6. Taylor Adam of Perth City in 7. Logan Wright of University of Aberdeen Performance in 8. And Alex Vasilios of Cumbernauld in lane 9. So, well, we know what a strong butterfly swimmer Nikolai Cisner is, and he is using those skills to get out very strongly. But Nebby Sengula is going pretty well with him, the Highland swimmer. Both of them have good records in this event. Nikolai won last year, and he does turn with the lead, 30.07.
Yeah, we saw Nikolai comfortably taking the 400 IM yesterday, and we'll see if he can add this one. But yeah, focus at the moment to qualify. But on paper, he is the fastest by a good way, 2:18.80 entry time, so really fast entry time there by Nikolai Cisner. Very strong backstroker. I mean, he's good at all the disciplines, but he's stretching away in the backstroke here.
Yeah, if he does have a weakness, it's probably coming up now in the breaststroke. So we'll see whether they do make any ground on him in the breaststroke. But I mean, everything is relative. He's strong across the board, so you wouldn't call his breaststroke weak, just not quite as strong as the others. Austin McPherson in the yellow cap, just edging it from Stepas Nastjuks in the orange beside him. Those two battling out for second, but still a sizable lead for Stepas Nastjuks. And we'll just compare against the splits in the previous heat. We were 152 for Fabio at the 150 in the last heat. This is certainly going to be faster than that, as Nikolai approaching the wall at 150 and 149.08. So certainly looking set now to take this one. Stepans with half a second advantage over Austin in lane 6. Austin will, I think, come back at him in the freestyle, so that's where the battle is. Good contest for second. Charlie Braid is the remaining 13-year-old in this heat, so we'll keep an eye on him when they come in. But it's Stepans Nastjuk taking a really tight contest with Austin McPherson, but they're both behind Nikolai Cisner, who brings it in 2:22.06. So that is fastest qualifier for the final. It was Austin who just nudged ahead of Stepans in that final 50 to take second by 700ths of a second. They'll both be comfortably in the final as well. Checking on that, Charlie Braid time 2:36.89. Will certainly put him in a decent lane there. I think probably third fastest in the 13-year-olds behind Khan Akka and Brogan Smith. So good solid swims there, but Nikolai Cisner 2:22.06 has laid out his stall for tonight. Beat that if you can.
Good improvements there from Stepans and Austin as well, but yeah, comfortable win there for Nikolai. So we're now on to the girls 200 metres freestyle. We have 7 heats in this event. So in heat 1, lane 0, Sandy Keddy from Cumbernauld. In 1, Jessica Simpson, South Lanarkshire. 2, Olivia Bowler from Dunfermline. 3, Amy Rimmer from Bellsill. 4, Anna Jackson, Kinross. 5, Emmeline Eales from Kingston Royal. 6, Isla Russo from Renfrew. 7, Ilse Shand from South Lanarkshire. 8, Ava Smith from Geary. And 9, Charlotte Shanks from Bellsill. Times here, 2:28.17 through to 2:30.9. So we have one 11-year-old here, Emmeline Eales, the Kingston swimmer, but they're all swimming in the 11 to 13 category. So Ilse Shand is the quickest in lane 7 over the first 50 metres. Pretty tight though just now, between her and lane 4, Anna Jackson from Kinross, and she might just be nudging ahead now.
Yeah, it's a close one. Anna Jackson's second Midland swimmer at North District Age Group Championships recently in this pool, and she's looking pretty strong here. Nice long arm stroke, and she's about a metre, maybe a metre and a half up at the halfway point, turning 1:10.55. You see 37s for the top 4 swimmers there.
Yeah, pretty close between these top 4, and coming through in lane 7, it's a Chand again. She's trying to draw back up, but Anna Jackson still out in front. Now coming through in 5 as well to challenge Emmeline Eales. So that's the 1, 2, 3 at the moment. We'll see if they can challenge these entry times as well.
Yeah, this is really close now as they come through the final turn. Ailsa Chan has taken over the lead, 1:48.65 with 50 to go. So now it is, what have you got left in the tank? Let's really push on. And I think that message has come through loud and clear to Anna Jackson. She's certainly got a really good turn there, but beside her is the youngster Emmeline Eales, and in lane 7, Ailsa Chan still right in the mix. So these 3 just ahead of Ava Smith in lane 8. Who's going to get the advantage? Well, you tell me. Maybe it is Ailsa Chan, but it's all going to be on the touch, and Ailsa does get it. Yep. 2:25.71. So her entry time 2:29. So again, a sizable improvement booked there for Ailsa Chan. good tight contest in that one. Emily Eales takes second, 2:26.02, so that's a improvement of a couple of seconds for her as well.
Yeah, I think the top 7 swimmers there are all taking time off their entry.
That's what we like to see.
Absolutely. So on to heat 1. Sorry, heat 2 I should say. Amy Horsburgh in lane 0 from Glenrothes. 1 Katie Ray Geary. 2 Olivia Davies from Midlothian. 3 Emily Taylor, South Lanarkshire. 4 Megan Ferris, Cumbernauld. 5 Emma Pattison, City of Glasgow. 6 Millie Searle from Geary. 7 Isla Hannah from Perth City. 8 Ava O'Neill, Carnegie. 9 Sky Petrie from Montefieth. So fairly close on paper again, 2:26.1 through to 2:28.05. And it's lanes 3 and 4, possibly with early advantage as well as lane 8. And we'll see who touches first here. It's Ava O'Neill. So good start there by Ava, the Carnegie swimmer.
Yeah, 9/10 faster than the first heat at the 15. She certainly went off very strongly, but now pushing on is Emily Taylor and Megan Ferris in lanes 3 and 4, particularly Emily, another one who's having a great meet. Look at the South Lanarkshire coach there getting very excited down the side of the pool, but well, with good reason, because Emily is going nicely here in lane 3, and she is going to lead at halfway, 1:08.53. So now 2 seconds faster than the previous heat, and well, still pretty close. Ava O'Neill of Carnegie is still right up there, you can see, in lane 8. So nice close-up from Emily there, but she's still got some work to do. Third is close as well. That's Olivia Davis in the green cap, and in the red it is, well, it's not actually red, it's pink, Megan Ferris. But who's going to take the honours here?
Emily Taylor looking very strong. She's stretching out in front now, and she's quickest over that previous 50 there, but 2 seconds quicker than the rest of the field, 36.89. So goes into that turn in 1:45. So she's about a second ahead now of Ava O'Neill in second place. Ava O'Neill, Carnegie swimmer, has been good from the outset as well, but look at the green hat now coming through in lane 2 of Olivia Davis from Midlothian. So she's come into the picture. I don't know if she'll quite be able to do enough to catch up with Ava O'Neill out there in lane 8, but no doubt about the winner of this one. Lane 3, Emily Taylor, South Lanarkshire, and she's going to have a good time as well, 2:21.21. So that's 5 seconds off entry. Great swim by Emily Taylor. Ava O'Neill in second, 2:23.76. Olivia Davis in third, 2:24.29.
Yes, there's some cracking times there, particularly from Emily. So that is the fastest we've seen. Emily just 12 this year, so at the younger end of the spectrum here. And that's putting in a really good effort there. Just still waiting for that result to be confirmed, so hold your horses at the moment. But we're expected to see 2:21.21 at the top, and we do see it. Emily Taylor from Ava O'Neill and Olivia Davis. That's your 1, 2, 3. So on to heat number 3. Rosie Stutchfield of Warrender in 0. Connie Hart of South Ayrshire in 1. Hayden Holmes of Best in 2. Rebecca Reid of Warrender in 3. Ella Thompson for Perth City in 4. Amy Dobson of Kingston in 5. Rebecca Marsh of Renfrew Baths in 6. Macy Laidlaw of East Lothian in 7. Katie Aitchison in lane 8 for Warrender. In lane 9 is Ava Pettigrew Cumbernauld. So we've got an empty lane in 0, so Rosie Stutchfield not there. Confirmation of that on your screen. And taking it out though is the Perth City swimmer Ella Thompson, mainly known as a breaststroker, so that's what she can do on freestyle here. And she is going to lead that through the 50 with a whole group of swimmers just maybe a metre or so behind her. 32.21 is just a touch faster than the previous heat. Rebecca Reid second, Rebecca Marsh third.
A very good turn there from Ella Thompson. So yeah, red hat out there in front now, and possibly another red hat Wander in second. Rebecca Reid, but it's very, very tight right next to her. Hayden Holmes, the best swimmer, and also in lane 5, Amy Dobson. But yeah, we'll see who touches the wall first. There is Amy Dobson in second, Ella Thompson in first, Rebecca Reid in third. So about a second in it between first and second. So a good strong swim here in lane 4 from the Perth City swimmer, Ella Thompson, 14-year-old. We've got one 13-year-old here, Katie Aitchison, out in lane 8. The rest are 14. But really tight for second. Still definitely up for grabs. Looks like the two, the one on either side of the Perth City swimmer in second place. But yeah, she'll touch first. Ella Thompson, Amy Dobson. Looks like Amy made up a fraction there, not too much, but both in 36s there for the previous 50. Rebecca Reid in third. See if she can put her foot in the gas here, coming down the home straight. Looks as if she's gaining a little bit here now on the outside. So Amy Dobson, the Kingston swimmer, is just drawing up here. So Ella Thompson still ahead, but Amy Dobson is drawing up, and we'll see who can have the most at the finish here. But it looks as if it will be Ella Thompson holding on, or will she? She does just. 2:20.16 for Ella Thompson. Amy Dobson, 2:20.44 there, just pipped into second, and Rebecca Reid takes third, 2:23.48.
Yeah, she had to work for that one, didn't she?
She did. It was a really tight finish there, and again, really good times. 2:20.16 for Ella Thompson. Nearly 5 seconds off her entry time. And we go on to the next heat. Lane 0, Sophie McCallum, Midlothian. 1, Abby Henderson, South Lanarkshire. 2, Martha McEachen from Scotia. 3, Edie Laidlaw from Dumfries. 4, Alice Renfrew, Perth City. 5, Sarah Maguire, Dumfries. 6, Amy Rowell, City of Glasgow. 7, Ara Gill from Carnegie. 8, Ailey Fee, East Lothian. And 9, Rebecca Malling from Bellshill. Quickest there, well, it's all 2:24s, so not much in it, but by a fraction. Quickest is Alice Renfrew, Perth City swimmer. Would that be any relation to Catherine Renfrew, perchance?
It would, yes. Sisters.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot to live up to with Catherine, but she's doing well here. This really clear winner in lane 0, Sophie McCallum, Midlothian swimmer in the green cap. She really took this out strongly. Also over in 7 there, it's Ara Gill, the Carnegie swimmer, and then right out and furthest away from the camera there, Rebecca Malling, Bellshill, 13-year-old, doing very well.
Yep, the one 13-year-old in this heat, but Sophie McCallum is defying the seedings here, and she's still got the lead just, I think. Oh no, in fact, Rebecca has it by 100th, 1:08.53. Not quite as fast as the previous heat at the halfway turn, about 3/10 down on that. So you see Rebecca Malling with the fastest split on that 50. So we now got 4 coming down the pool. Still Sophie in lane 0, then in lane 5, Sarah McQuire. Lane 7 is Ara Gill, and lane 9, Rebecca Malling. So which one of these 4? I think it will be one of the 4 that will take this as we come up to the 150 turn. Let's see who gets it this time. It's Sophie back into the lead by 3/10, 1:45.94. But now it is about who can pick up the pace down this last length. Sophie's certainly looking good here. Nice long stroke there, and her main challenger, I think, now is Ara Gill, the Carnegie swimmer in lane 7. They're just ahead of Rebecca Malling in lane 9. So that's your trio. Pushing on is Sarah McQuire as well in lane 5, but as they come down, let's see, it looks like lane 7 is going to take this one. The Carnegie swimmer, Ara Gill, brings them home, 2:22.13. So Ara was entered 2:24.60, so that's 2.5 seconds of an improvement there. Rebecca Malling second, and the long-time leader, Sophie McCallum, in a 3rd place, but all of those swimmers inside their entry time.
Yeah, that was a really strong final 50 there by Ara to go and take that one. So now we're on to heat 5. Lane 0, Lola Milne, City of Glasgow. 1, Lauren Dunlop, Dumfries. 2, Sarah McGuffey, City of Glasgow. 3, Annie Hutchin from Stirling Swim. 4, Lucy Raper from Morpeth. 5, Daisy Goldea, City of Glasgow. And 6, Charlotte Craig, round 96. 7, Gracie Haddle, South Ayrshire. 8, Maisie Adair, Glenrothes. And 9, Eva Gordon, City of Glasgow. So this is first of our seeded heats. So we should see a shape forming where the middle lanes take the lead, but it doesn't always work that way. But is lane 4 looking pretty strong at the moment. Off the blocks, Lucy Raper, the Morpeth swimmer, and she's moving up into half a body length up after the first 50 here. So 31.08 over Gracie Haddo in lane 7, 31.71. So over half a second lead. Lucy Raper, Gracie Haddo, Annie Hutchin. Good turn there, and also coming through now in lane 5, the City of Glasgow swimmer Daisy Goldea. So she's now challenging for that lead.
Lucy Raper, silver medalist in the 400 freestyle, and looking to put herself into a position where she could get onto the podium again here. She is one of a number of 13-year-olds in this heat. There's almost, well, more 13-year-olds than 14-year-olds, in fact, in this one, 6-4. Lucy 1:04.88, and that is 4 seconds faster than the previous heats. And well, hard to see past Lucy on this one now. She is the Northumberland and Durham County champion in this event, so using those skills, those championships, swam in the wonderful Sunderland pool. And Lucy now swimming in the equally wonderful Aberdeen pool. 1:40.77, leads by about a second and a half from Daisy Gilday. 1:42.13 for Lucy.
Good all-round swimmer, Lucy. She's been up on the podium taking medals in the IM. Also the backstroke, 100 back, so looking very good in the freestyle here. So it looks like she won't be caught now. It looks like Daisy Goldea will secure second place unless there's a late charge from the other lanes. Pretty close for thirds in lanes 2 and 3. Sarah McGuffey, Annie Hutchin. But Lucy Raper takes that one, 2:16.39. So a good improvement. Oh no, it's not quite an improvement, but still a good time on the board there. Daisy Goldea, 2:17.87. And Annie Hutchin in third place, and that's a 2:18.11.
Yeah, so we've seen a number, and because we are in day 5, we've seen a number of swimmers who are just doing what's required in the heats, and I think that's probably the point there for Lucy. She'll be in a good lane for the final with that, and we'll hope to see her swimming faster tonight. The lineup for heat number 6, Casey Dixon of South Lanarkshire in 0, Christina Angelakis of East Lothian in lane 1, Evie Chan of Wren 96 in 2, Abby Coventry of Morpeth in 3, Amber Hinton of Dumfries in 4, Honor McCarty, City of Glasgow in 5, her teammate Caitlin Morton in 6, Brooke Stevenson, South Ayrshire in 7, 8 is Grace Renfrew, another of the Renfrew clan, goes for Perth City in 8, and Kayla Smith of City of Glasgow in 9. The 113-year-old is Abby Coventry, who's had a number of goals to her name, so breaststroke in particular. So she, in fact, leads the way, 31.91, going into the second 50, ahead of Casey Dixon in lane 0. So what were you saying about getting a nice arrowhead formation, Stuart?
Oh, could still happen. Oh, the arrowhead's just a bit closer. It's between lanes 3 and 4. I didn't say which lanes.
Oh, that's true, you didn't.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like a battle between these two at the moment, doesn't it? So Abby Coventry, Amber Hinton. And Amber Hinton now moves up into the lead at the halfway point. So she's gained a second in the last 50 over Abby. So Evie Chan in third in lane 2. So yeah, not quite that arrowhead, but yeah, that's really strong turn, and then pressing ahead now, Amber Hinton. She's had a very good week, Amber.
Yeah, distance events in particular, 4:8.15, right up there, and just an absolutely beautiful technician on freestyle, this Dumfries youngster, and she's got this one well sorted now with Abby Coventry putting out her stall to be in a good lane in the 13-year-old final. So these two, I think we will see performing well tonight. 1:38.97 is the fastest qualified by a couple of seconds compared with the previous heat. Still one more heat to go, of course, but well, this is going to be a convincing victory for Amber. She's the Scottish Schools champion. She was bronze medalist in this event last year, so I'm sure she'll be hoping for a better colour than that tonight.
Yeah, just 300ths outside her entry, but that is a short course conversion, so I think that'll be a long course PB for Amber Hinton on the heat, and she'll go very strong time into the final later. Abby Coventry 2:16.49, Ivy Chan 2:19.51.
Yeah, that Amber Hinton time actually is a long course time. It was done at winning Scottish Schools, so.
So the fact it's a 9-0 is just a coincidence. That's absolutely me being wrong there. Yeah.
Yeah, but as you say, very, very close to it, and I suspect she'll be faster than that in the final.
Okay, move on to our 7th and final heat. In line 0, Amber Niven, Carnegie. 1, Maddie Hull, Wanda Bass. 2, Cleela Smith, Aberdeen Dolphin. 3, Cleo Hudson from West Lothian. 4, Lily Mundell, Heart of Midlothian. 5, Alice Harper, City of Glasgow. 6, Maya Loon from Ithan. 7, Imogen Jarrett, Dundee City Aquatics. 8, Freya Keeling, Carnegie. 9, Maddie Markle from Guildford's. 12-year-old Maddie Markle on the outside lane from Guildford's. And we have a 13-year-old Maddie Hull, and the rest are 14. Good start in lane 4, Lily Mundell. And she, again, is having a good week here.
Yeah, amongst her wins was the 100 freestyle. She's up by 4/10 over Amber Niven. Lily, she was second behind Amber Hinton at Scottish Schools, so that's going to be very interesting tonight. But she did win this event last year and also won the summer meet here last July, so we know she's on form this week as well. But I think it will be a very interesting contest. Alice Harper's had a very solid week as well. She's in second place at the halfway mark behind Lily, who goes through in 1:04.78, and that's about 8/9 faster than the previous heat. You can see our 33.9 there against Alice's 34.2, and everybody else in the 35s, which includes Cleo Houghton in lane 3, who's in third place. So that's your 1, 2, 3 at the moment, with Lily Mundell of Hearts in the 1 position, but maybe being closed down a little bit by Alice Harper. So what you don't know is that Lily easing back, or is that Cleo pushing on? Let's see, 35.3 and 34.9, so I think it's a bit of both probably. 1:40.15, so they have dropped now behind Amber Hinton's pace from the previous heat. See whether Lily does pick it up again now. That, I think, is making it look like it's closer than it actually is. That gives you a better feel for the gaps between the swimmers. And you can see Lily Mundell is certainly going to take the heat. Is she going to get inside that 2:11.93 from Amber Hinton? No, clearly she's not. 2:14.28, but I don't think she'll be too bothered about that. It's about getting into a good lane and then doing battle tonight.
Yeah, that was a strong swim. Not quite the pace that Amber Hinton did, but that should be a great final later on. Those girls will be really tight between them, I feel. And that,
I think so.
Final later.
Because Lily, I'm sure, will be conscious that Amber beat her at Scottish Schools and will want to reverse that tonight.
So want to retain a title as well from last year.
Definitely one to watch out for tonight. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah. On to the boys now, and we're going to have 6 heats in this one. 4 swimmers in the first one. So, lane 3, Angus Donald from Wanda Bass. 4, Frank Orsay, East Lothian. 5, Sebastian Valentine, Broch. And 6, Rhys Ferguson. Running to 6, I should qualify that. This is actually 100 free and not 200. So, good start in the middle lanes here. Both the boys locked together. Frank Orsay, Sebastian Valentine. All very similar entries here, so all in the 107s. And it's looking pretty close at the moment. Also coming up now, Angus Donald, Wanda Bass swimmer, so 3 swimmers turned together really. Sebastian Valentine just with the edge, 31.43 over 31.64, so about 2/10 in it. A good turn there. Sebastian Valentine, Broch swimmer. But yeah, this is going to be a tight one, I feel, to the finish. But Frank Horsey coming through now.
Yeah, it looks like Frank Horsey's maybe just edged through into the lead, but Angus Donald is up there as well in lane 3, and he's the one who's really got the bit between his teeth. So it's going to be between the two of these as they come in. I think Angus might just sneak it. Yes, he does by 800ths, 106.83. There's a lot of happiness about that one in a Warrender contingent of parents in front of our commentary position. So Angus Donald doing the business for them, and that was a good 0.6 improvement for him.
Yep.
Rory Stevenson then heads out heat 2 in lane 0 for first. Nathan Zorrell of Dumfries in 1. Emilian Gies of Aberdeen Dolphin in 2. Julian Okraj of Delting in 3. Daniel Volkov of University of Aberdeen Performance in 4. Max Corcoran of South Ayrshire in 5. Samuel Ruff, City of Glasgow in 6. Daniel Rose of Aberdeen in 8. Ross Winters of East Lothian in 9. Adam Gibson of Geary in lane 9. We've seen most of these swimmers already in the 200 IM, so here they are back again swimming freestyle. Lane 1 starting well, Nathan Zorrell, he had a good 200 IM. Lane 4, Daniel Volkov up there as well, so they turn together 30.37 by 600ths. It's Nathan.
Yeah, just edging at the moment. It was a really fast start off the blocks by Daniel, but Nathan managed to catch him by the 50 mark. But yeah, coming up in 4, Daniel's nudging back into the lead, so it's going to be between these two, or well, swimmer in 5 then to say about it. Max Corcoran from South Ayrshire, but I think actually it's very, very tight towards the finish. I think Max Corcoran might just about take this. Ooh, he does. Very close at the finish there, Duncan.
Yeah, hold your horses there, because the time didn't come up on lane 1. Right up at the back. So, and I think maybe Nathan in lane 1 got that, but let's wait and see.
I think you were confident he might take that one there just towards the finish, but yeah, I think Nathan Zorrell has it. 103.72, I think is the provisional time. Just get these confirmed.
Yeah, let's just wait for that to come up as an official result, but they certainly put in a backup time there for Nathan, and there you go, by a 10th.
103.72, Max Corcoran 103.82, so just 0.1 of a second. Daniel Volkov takes 3rd.
So another great swim from Nathan there.
Yeah, it was. And we now move on to Heat 3. Logan Moffat, Bellshill, Yasin Hattab, Dumfries, Alex Vasilius from Cumbernauld, Caelan Cardy, Stirling Swim, Hugh Bridie from East Lothian, Alex Cantley and Zach Weatherhead, both from South Aberdeenshire, Austin McCall, Aberdeen Dolphin, Sammy Save Kimmings from Bathgate, and Ryan Crabb from Ren 96. Looks like this pink cap, just a couple away from the screen there in lane 2. Good start, Alex Vasilis from Cumbernauld. But now coming through in lane 4, Hugh Bridie, East Lothian. I think he might touch the wall first. It's Alex Cantley actually just outside him. So Alex Cantley, Hugh Bridie and Sammy Save Kimmings. 1, 2, 3, the halfway mark, but very, very close.
Yep, lane 5. It does look like Alex Cantley has got the momentum here, just pulling away from Hugh Bridie now, opening up nearly a body length advantage. The others are all very close behind Hugh, but Alex Cantley, entry time for the South Aberdeen swimmer, 1:03.69, and he's going to be well inside that, coming in 1:01.51, so getting closer to the magic minute. Some nice stuff from Alex.
Great improvement there, a couple of seconds off. That's got to be satisfying for him in 100 freestyle.
Yep, Austin McCall in second, Hugh Bridie in third, and we go rapidly on to heat number 4. Logan Wright, University of Aberdeen Performance in 0. Tyler Morris, Stirling Swimming in 1. Luke Jackson of Hamilton Aquatics in 2. Lance McMahon of Helensburgh in 3. Rory Vick of Warrender in 4. 2 Glenrothes swimmers, Alex Holmes in 5. Brogan Smith in 6. Finlay Duffin of Warrender in 7. Andrew Patterson, City Glasgow in 8. And Lockie Bullow of Shetland in lane 9. So straight away into the lead is Alex Holmes, one of that Glenrothes pair in lanes 5 and 6. The 13-year-old Brogan Smith, all the others 14-year-olds, including Alex Holmes, who leads them through the turn, 27.65. No swimmer in lane 8.
Yeah, 2 swimmers under the minute mark here. In fact, Rudy Vicks under 59, so he's a 58.26 entry. Alex Holmes 59.04, the rest over the minute. So see if any of the other boys can challenge that minute. But it is the middle lanes at the moment, as expected, in the lead. So Alex Holmes, Glenrothes Simmer, just having the edge at the moment over Rudy Vick. We'll see what the finish is like. Rudy is a strong finisher, and he might just be nudging this towards the finish.
Ooh,
and
so
he does
close.
just take it. Yeah, 58.13 and 58.21. Cracking times there. Low 58s, and Lance McMahon breaking in that minute as well in 3rd place.
Yeah, and that reflects what happened at East Districts there. It was Rory Vick first, Alex Holmes seconds at the Commonwealth Pool a month ago. And, well, there was just 800s there, and of course they'll, I'm sure, both be there in the finals. So Alex will be saying, this time I'm going to get him.
Yeah, yeah, maybe just has that little edge because of that previous race. So 0 Adam Calder, Broch, 1 Boyd Fernside, East Lothian, 2 Luke Thompson from Bathgate, 3 Harry Cook, Aberdeen Dolphin, 4 Nikolai Cisnet, City of Glasgow, 5 Austin McPherson from Geary, 6 Andrew Lowe, Step Rock, 7 Fraser Muir, Carnegie, 8 Oliver Hodzek, and 9 Cameron Jolly, both from University of Aberdeen Performance. Nikolai Cisnet is the quickest. On paper he's a 56.40, that's some time on entry for a 14-year-old. And 28.18 to the wall. Austin McPherson just behind him, 28.23. Boyd Fernside right in the mix as well. But nice turn from Nikolai, about half a ball length up now.
Yeah, so again, you can just see at the turn there, that was the difference between these two, and Nikolai just opening up probably about a metre in that turn, and he uses that now to good effect coming down the same length. He's not making any more ground in the swim, but that turn really was the main difference between the two of them, and Nikolai takes it 57.28 against Austin just behind him, 58.42. 3rd place, just wait to confirm, but I think it's Fraser Muir, and that is confirmed, 59.46, with Andrew Liu also getting out under the minute, and he was the one who wasn't under the minute, but now is Fraser Muir as well, actually, breaking the minute for the first time, potentially.
Yeah, it's such an important barrier for the swimmers to break, psychological barrier as well.
So the line-up for heat number 6, we have Finlay Johnson, University of Aberdeen Performance in 0. Brodie Lydon, City Glasgow in 1. Alexander Brown of Vanek Dolphins in 2. Nebby Singular of Highland in 3. 2 from Hamilton Aquatics, Fabio de Armas and Khan Akka going in 4 and 5. Angus Woods of Kintyre in 6. Stephens Nasjuks of Stranraer in 7. Leighton Bonner of Inverclyde in 8. And Jack Morrison of Cumbernauld in lane 9. Again, one 13-year-old, that's Khan Akka. The others all 14, including Fabio de Armas, who leads 27.63, and that's half a second faster than the previous heat. So Fabio looking to claim lane number 4 in the final ahead of Nikolai Cisnet. Let's see if he can do it.
I think that'll be a fascinating final later on, because these boys are very close on paper. But stretching away now, Fabio Darmas, 55.42 is his entry. He won't quite hit that time, but he won't be far away, 56.47. So yeah, he does get a quicker time than Nikolai got. So first into the final, Kanaka 58.50, Alexander Brown 1 minute .15.
Yep, Karnak, the 13-year-old, inside his entry time by 1/4 of a second, so he'll be happy with that. Alexander Brown will be hoping he gets another chance to swim and try and duck under that minute. So close there, 1:00.15.
Yeah, that was a really good freestyle there from Fabio and Can, also producing very good freestyle swimmers out of Hamilton Aquatics. And move now on to the girls 100-metre breaststroke, and we have 8 heats in this event. Heat 1 and lane 2 we have Jessica Simpson, South Lanarkshire. Lane 3 Sing Buller from Shetland, 4 Iona Kellogg, Dumfries, 5 Lillian Blair from Finns, 6 Amy Rimmer, Bells Hill, and 7 Charlotte Shanks, also from Bells Hill. So we have times ranging from 130.7 through to 131.1. So very close on entry. Jessica Simpson's had a good start, the South Lanarkshire swimmer. And she's obviously decided to take this one out. Take this one out fast. In the first 50. And she is first of the ball. It looks like swimmer on the far side, Belsil Charlotte Shanks. That's actually Singh Bullock. She's second, Charlotte Shanks third.
Yeah, that's a big lead from the first 50 for Jessica, 2.5 seconds, and not really any sign anybody's going to attack that in the second half, with lane 7, Charlotte Shanks leading her Bells Hill teammate, Amy Rimmer, and along with lane 4, Iona Keller. But this is really Jessica Simpson's race. She's entered 131.10. See how much she can take off that. I think it's going to be quite a lot.
Yeah, she's going to take a huge chunk off that time. Let's see what time she posts here. She hits the wall, 128.75. So a good 2.5 seconds off entry. Jessica will be delighted with that. And second place, Charlotte Shanks, 131.03. Third, Iona Kellogg, 132.37. So, yeah, beauty of sometimes the swimmers that age, they can take quite a chunk off from entry, just a recent entry time into this event.
Yeah, it comes as a bit of a shock to them, doesn't it, when they get older and it's no longer quite so easy to get these big PVs.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's all about learning. So there's your lineup for heat number 2. Poppy Lee of Warrender in 0. Evie Clark of Trojan in 1. Ellie Brown of Faulthouse in 2. Katie Ray of Geary in 3. Sylvie McNichol of Glenrothes in 4. Ava Smith of Geary in 5. Katie Aitchison of Warrender in 6. Kyla Sinclair of South Aberdeenshire in 7. Sophie Haining of Bells Hill in 8. And Libby Tweedy, a third Geary swimmer, goes in lane 9. So we're not seeing anybody really breaking out in the way that Jessica Simpson did in the last heat here, but it's a good start in lane 2 from the Faulthouse swimmer Ellie Brown. So we talked about Faulthouse this morning, because if you weren't listening this morning, coach at Faulthouse, Tom Seavright, it's his birthday, 60 today. So Ellie Brown is going nicely here. His charge 41.14, and that's pretty much the same split as Jessica Simpson's. So let's see whether Ellie can deliver a nice birthday present to the boss.
Yeah, she's going well. It's the 2 white caps, Ellie Brown, Evie Clark. So Evie Clark, Trojan, swimmer in 1. She's trying to challenge here for the top spot. But yeah, Ellie Brown still looking good. See what happens towards the finish. I think third at the moment. It's just about lane 5, Ava Smith, Geary swimmer. But yeah, nice swim from the start here from the Faulthouse swimmer, Ellie Brown. And will she post that birthday present to Tom? I think she will. 127.94. Nice improvement there as well. So almost 2 seconds improvement on entry from Ellie Brown. Evie Clark 128.72. Ava Smith 129.36.
Yeah, a bit of a local derby as well, because Trojan based in Whitburn, just down the road from Faulthouse. So, yeah, that will be appreciated, I'm sure, in the Faulthouse camp.
Yeah, great name, isn't it, Trojan, for a swim club?
Yeah.
And on to heat 3.
Yeah, they do say the suit of armour slows you down slightly, but what can you do?
That's right. Millie Swinney in 0 from Gateshead and Wickham. 1, Megan Ferris from Cumbernauld. 2, Elsie Kushner, Thep Rock. 3, Emma Pattison, City of Glasgow. 4, Ara Gill, Carnegie. 5, Sarah Dow, Devon. 6, Nina Spirit Hawthorne from Inverclyde. 7, Chloe Potter, East Lothian. 8, Anna Jackson from Kinross. 9, Comey Vic from Wanda Bass. Have I got that pronunciation right, Duncan?
Kiva.
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 Oh yeah, it's an Irish, I think, derivation, MHE. Kiva Vic, Wanda Bass. So, fairly tight between a few swimmers at the moment. I think it's lane 5. And Sarah Dow from Devon. It's not, it's Millie Swinney who's come through in 0. So Millie Swinney 40.01, Sarah Dow 40.3. So nice start from Millie from Gateshead. Looking good at the moment, but we'll see how this one goes, because there's at least 3 swimmers vying for top position just now. It might just about now be Sarah Dow. So it's between Sarah and Millie Swinney, and coming through strongly at the far side in lane 7 is Chloe Potter, East Lothian swimmer. She's had a nice second half to this race. So entry time 1:27.7 is the quickest entry time, and that is from the girl who takes that, Sarah Dow, 1:26.20, so a nice improvement there. Anna Jackson's at 1:27.06, came through there nicely at the end. Chloe Potter 1:27.12 in third place. So that one changed lead. Probably first 1, 2, 3 and 4 changed a few times throughout that. So
yep. Confirmation of the result there.
Yeah.
Sarah taking it by 8/10. And we move on to heat number 4. Carly Marshall of East Lothian in 0. Ailsa Chan, South Lanarkshire in 1. Also from South Lanarkshire is Anna Law in lane 2. Isadora Holmes of Mulgrave and Burstone in 3. Grace Blair of First in 4. Eva Gordon of City of Glasgow in 5. Ksenia Mann of Mingus Hill in 6. Shona Davis of Blair Gowrie in 7. Maisie Patterson of Geary in 8. And Teresa Enoch, University of Aberdeen Performance in lane 9. It's nice to see a couple of clubs not really seen much of here. Ksenia Mann for Mingus Hill and Shona Davis for Blair Gowrie, both in the Midland District, and it's nice to have them here for this one. Lane 3 though is the M&B swimmer Isadora Holmes, and it looks like she is attacking this, but up there with her is the Mingus Hill swimmer Ksenia Mann. So let's see who gets the touch here. And South Lanarkshire's Anna Law is also close. It's Isadora who takes the touch by 3/10, 39.46 from Anna, and Ailsa Chan in third place. There's 2 South Lanarkshire swimmers there in lanes 1 and 2. But there's plenty of swimmers who could take this one. Grace Blair moving up in lane 4. So the action really lanes 1, 2, 3 and 4. Pushing on in lane 6 though, Ksenia Mann was the early leader, but I think she's just losing ground a little bit, and it does look like Grace Blair now is the one who's got the momentum there in lane 4, the first of those golden lanes, and she will come in to take this one by a good couple of meters. What's the time? 1:25.37. So it's about a second and a half inside her entry time. Hold on.
Yeah, nice back end there by Grace. Just stretching out with each stroke there towards the finish. And we go on to heat 5 now. This is the last of our non-seeded heats. And we'll just get our swimmers up shortly. So it's Lucy Carslow in 0 from Wanda Bass, Ailey Fee in 1 from East Lothian, in 2 Maya Loon from Eithin, 3 Freya Keeling, Carnegie, 4 Sophie McCallum from Midlothian, and lane 5 Veronica Kruki from East Lothian, 6 Evie Chan, round 96, 7 Christina Angelikis from East Lothian, and then we've got 2 South Ayrshire swimmers in 8 and 9, Ruby McInnes and Madison Smith. That'll be interesting. A couple of teammates battling out against each other in 8 and 9 over there. But yeah, pretty tight across the pool on entry. 1:25.49 through to 1:26.40. So we'll see how this one goes, but it's a nice start here in lane 0 from the 13-year-old Lucy Carslow, Wanda Bass. So
yep. This is where you're glad you're on the live streaming and not on the venue commentary, because it's almost impossible to see lane 0 unless you lean over.
Yeah.
But, well, actually, it's lane 5 turning first. Ronnie Karaoke, 39.89.
Yeah, sometimes it is great to see lane 0, but the camera angle a little bit, sometimes when you actually glance at the pool, you can see slightly better where the swimmers are. But yeah, that's foxed us a few times, Duncan, over the years, that lane 0. Just coming right up, especially towards the finish of a race in the venue. Yeah, but nice swim here over in 5, and look at lane 6 now coming through. That's Evie Chan, the round 96 swimmer. She's timing this really well, and she's got the strength, I think, to come through and take this towards the finish. And Evie Chan looking really good here. And Evie Chan's entry is a 1:25.7, and she's well underneath that, 1:24.46 over a second. Veronica Kruki 1:26.09 in second, and in third, that was Ruby McInnes. Just got her time up there, 1:26.10. 1, 2, 3, up on the screen there for you as we move on to heat 6.
So the lineup in heat number 6, we have Iona Lynn of Scotia. That's another club we've not seen too much of, Bishopriggs Club. Charlotte Higgins of University of Aberdeen in 1, Holly Warburton of Blackpool Aquatics in 2, Kayla Smith, City of Glasgow in 3, and Agato, Hamilton Aquatics in 4, Nadia Lim, also from Hamilton Aquatics in 5, Lauren Cantley of South Aberdeenshire in 6, Imogen Jarrett, Dundee City Aquatics in 7, Maya Stahl of Steprock in 8, and Daisy Gilday from City of Glasgow in 9. Well, taking this out very strongly is Anna Gatto.
Yeah, she certainly is. Well clearing the lead at the moment. Looks as if Charlotte Higgins, the University of Aberdeen performance swimmer, will be second to the wall here. So 36.41 over 37.49. So a second lead from Anna Gatto. She really has taken this one on. She's got a very fast entry, 1:17.77. So she's the quickest entry time here. And she's stretching out now ahead of the others. But good swim here from Charlotte Higgins. Her entry's 1:23.47. And certainly having a nice swim from lane 1.
So a nice close-up shot there of Anna Gatto. She's actually Canadian, based in Dubai. Has performed very well in Canadian events over the last year or so. That she takes the win in 1:16.54. Nicely inside her entry time, over a second inside her entry time. So that's a good, strong heat swim from Anna. Charlotte Higgins taking second from lane 1. Good swim from relatively outside lane. She was entered in 1:23.47, so nicely inside that.
Yeah, about 3 seconds off. Yep.
Yeah, and Maya Stahl taking third for Steprock, 1:21.97. So the lineup now for heat number 7. Abigail Fagan of Ren 96 in 0, Alice Harper of City of Glasgow in 1, Rosie Stutchfield in lane 2 for Warrender, Amelia Burrell of Glenrothes in 3, Anna McCarty of City of Glasgow in 4. 2 more Hamilton Aquatic swimmers. Farah Abulker goes in lane 5, and Nicole Asola in lane 6. Olivia Davis of Midlothian in 7. Maddie Markell of Guildford City in 8, and Erica Crichton for Aberdeen Dolphin in lane 9. So it's Anna McCarty in the blue of City of Glasgow and Farah Abulker in the orange of Hamilton Aquatics. They are taking it out in the centre lanes. 1:17.5 Anna's time, 1:18.3 Farah's time, but they're going to be just about together at the turn. Touch just with Anna, 36.92, and that is not as fast as Anna Gatto in the previous heat. So let's see if they can pick it up in the second half here. Third place is Amelia Burrell, the Glenrothes swimmer, in lane 3.
Gold and silver medalists in the 200 breaststroke here, battling out in the middle lane. So Honor took the honours in that one, and she's now nudging ahead. Yeah, I know, I didn't even plan that at all. But she's looking to win this heat swim, and she might be challenged just at the finish here. It is Honor just by a fraction over Farah. So 1:18.66 over 1:18.95. Not quite as quick as the previous heat, but safely into the final. And what was the third place time there? It was 1:20.18, Amelia Burrell. So we now move on to our final heat for this event. And lane 0, Connie Hart, South Ayrshire. Lane 1, Millie Serrell from Geary. 2, Maisie Adair, Glenrothes. 3, Madison Christophorus, Aberdeen Dolphin. 4, Lily Mundell, Heart of Midlothian. 5, Ella Thompson, Perth City. 6, Mary Hoole, Wanda Bass. 7, Lula Milne, City of Glasgow. 8, Abby Coventry, Morpeth. And 9, Amy Dobson from Kingston. Quickest in this one, Lily Mundell, the Heart swimmer. I think we've talked about her already. Duncan, she's having a very good week.
Yeah, so we saw her in the 200 freestyle, now back in the 100 breaststroke alongside Ella Thompson, the Perth swimmer, very much the specialist breaststroker, so she will, I think, be very much focusing on this event and will have thoughts. There's also Maddie Hall, Lula Mill, Abby Coventry, 3 13-year-olds, along with Millie Searle in Name 1, all contesting for places in the 13-year-old final. But it is Ella Thompson, 36.67, so it's faster than the previous heat, but not quite as fast as Anna Gatto in heat number 6. Lily Mandel still right alongside her, so it's going to be tight between these two, but Lily maybe just edging through now. Third place is lane 3, Maisie Adair. So, oh no, sorry, that is Madison Christophorus of Aberdeen Dolphin, but you see you get the close-up shots there of Lily and Ella doing battle in the centre lanes, and it will be Lily who will take this one. Let's see what her time is, 1:17.44, so I think that'd probably be second fastest qualified for 14-year-olds behind Anna Gatto. 1:18.13 for Ella Thompson, she'll certainly be there. And Madison Christophorus in third place. Check on the 13-year-olds as the time comes up. Maddie Hall, the fastest of them, 1:21.27. So we'll see where that puts her in the 13-year-old final. I think the answer is quite well placed. Farah Abulka, I think, will be the fastest in that one, but Maddie certainly will be there or thereabouts.
Yeah, Farah Abulka, I said she was a silver. She was actually silver in the 13-year-old category, silver medalist in the 14-year-old category for the 200 breast. Was Ella Thompson. So yeah, these girls in safe into the final. So now we're on to the 800 metre free. A wee bit more of a relaxed pace on the commentary for you into this event. And we have 3 swimmers, just checking that they're all there. Yep, we've got 3 swimmers in the first heat, and just looking down at our information here, we have 3 heats. So in lane 3 here, Angus Donald, Wanda Bass. Lane 4, Blair Tetlow from Geary. 5, Caleb Gray from Finns, all 13 years old, going in this first heat. So not quite as bad as having 2 swimmers, Duncan, but 3, you feel exposed in 800 free. 3 swimmers in the pool.
Yeah, one of the things quite interesting in this swimmer in lane 3, Angus Donald, is actually a hearing impaired swimmer, and if you pay attention towards the end of this, because obviously he'll see the bell, but he won't probably necessarily be able to hear the bell. So they've also got a big sign, which I think they're going to be using along with the bell when it comes to that. So watch out for that when we get to 700 metres. But it is Angus Donald, Blair Tetlow setting off together here ahead of Caleb Gray.
I know, it's great. He's up in this event, and currently Blair Tetlow, lane 4, just a fraction of a lead. But, all these boys, the pattern would tend to be going off reasonably quickly and then settling into the pace in these 800 events. But on paper, Blair Tetlow is the quickest, 10:41.30. Caleb Gray, 10:46.80, and Angus Donald, 10:48.30. But at this age, you know, with 8 seconds or 7 seconds between all the entries, you really can't tell who's gonna swim the best. These boys will probably be looking to improve on this every time they swim it at this younger age group, and as well, these times coming in, I don't want to be too presumptuous, but they look like short course conversion times because they're all round figures, so you might see a wee bit of a difference in these. It's a lot tougher to swim 800 freestyle in long course pools because less turns.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Blair Tetlow is North District age group winner, and he would have swum that long course.
Yep.
The 2 from the East District, the Finn swimmer and the Warrender swimmer, they swim the 8 and the 15 short course, so they almost certainly will be short course conversions, and not necessarily the case with Blair, though. But it's Caleb Gray who's got the early advantage for Finns in lane 5, coming down towards 200. But it's nice that all 3 of them fairly well bunched together here, making a good competitive race.
Yeah, they'll all be very aware of each other in that pool. next to each other in the lanes. So, yeah, keeping each other company. So there's nothing in it for second place at the moment. But yeah, Caleb Gray just opened up a slender lead at the front, really, to about a second and a half actually. So he just, if you look at the splits there, he upped his pace just in the last 50. So 39.72 was his 50, and the other boys in the 40-second, mid 40s. So.
Yep. Caleb and Angus did race together in East Districts, and Caleb was third, Angus was fourth in that one, because I doubt they've competed against Blair Tetlow before, so that's a new experience for them.
Yeah, Blair will be up in the North Districts, being up near us here in Aberdeen and Geary. So Caleb Gray, 3:13.32 over 3:16.22 at this point, so 3-second gap now. And Caleb, yeah, again, just about a second quicker over that previous 50. And a little bit of water opening up now between Caleb and Blair Tetlow, and then between Blair and Angus there was about a second difference.
So yes, the Finn swimmer going well. For those that don't know, Finn's a team based in Kirkcaldy in Fife and coached by Ian Lewis. And certainly Caleb is going well for them. I think they've brought about 7 or 8 swimmers up to the National Age Group Championships. So they'll be hoping that Caleb does them proud here. Pacing around the 120 mark, so sort of 10:30 sort of pace. So that's comfortably inside Caleb's 10:46 entry time. We're not at halfway yet, so it's one thing to start off at this pace, it's another thing to sustain it through an 800, and particularly for these youngsters. It does look like now that Blair Tetlow has opened up a bit of a gap over Angus Donald, so they were pretty close for the first couple of 100, but it is starting to stretch out now. Caleb Gray, another 40.7, so that's nice, pretty consistent pacing. And see Blair Tetlow, 41.5. For some reason we don't seem to be getting the intermediate splits for Angus, but he's a little bit back now on Blair.
You wonder if that's how hard he's touching that pad as he's turning, or if it's something to do with the pad. But yeah, just not getting these times coming up in that side of the pool for Angus. But yeah, a little bit of water now between 1 and 2 and 2 and 3. So yeah, we'll see what happens as it progresses. 400 metre mark, halfway point, 5:15.00 for Caleb.
Yeah, and easy to remember his halfway split then.
Yeah, so if it goes exactly the same again, well, 10:30, but he did have the dive and the dive start there, so that should make it a wee bit quicker in the first half.
Yeah, his pace actually has been dropping. His second 100 is 119, his third 100 120, and his fourth 100 121. So, and that's not a surprise for these younger swimmers. It's hard to get that metronomic pace at this age. That's something you'll learn as you develop as a distance swimmer, and I'm sure that Ian Lewis will be working on that with him as he grows and builds into this event. 41.2 there, so that would suggest that he might be heading for a 122 in this one.
Yeah, just slowing up a touch. Caleb, he was in the mid-40s and now he's kind of in the 41s. Yeah, it makes sense with what you said over the 100 space there. So Blair Tetlow and Angus Donald, about 6 seconds between them. And the pacing for Angus there, he just has dropped back a wee bit to the 43s. So you wonder if the tiredness is kicking in a wee bit. But yeah, it's all about experience, isn't it, in this event, really. And not getting put off too much when you're young doing it, because it can be quite arduous.
He picked up nicely in that last 50, 40.3, so that kept him in the 121. So well done to Caleb. He's maybe realised that he has now to hold his pace here, and I'm sure he'll be getting some guidance from the side of the pool. One thing for the coach to be giving it, not necessarily that the swimmer is going to take it on board. He's got other things on their mind, but that is a 40.2 there, so it definitely is picking up the pace here nicely, Caleb. So that's very encouraging. They can do that in the second half of this race. If he can keep this up, then, well, it's very mature if he can do that, because what coaches love is when they can really push on the back end. So, you know, negative splitting is, you know, something that really coaches love, where they can take out the advantage of the dive by just pushing on in the second half, meaning the second half is faster than the first half. Well, we'll see whether that is possible here. See a 40.0 there, so he really is pushing it on nicely now. Yeah, definitely picking up the pace.
As if he's realised he's got more energy at this stage than he thought he would have. And yeah, picking that up. He's almost breaking that 42nd, considering he was up at the 42s, you know, not long ago, and just seemed to be dropping back. Now he's back up at the 40s. So yeah, going along nicely. So we'll see what's happening behind. I think that the pace in there, Blair Tetlow was about 41.8, Angus Donald 43.24. So Blair seems to be maintaining a similar pace in second as well. But yeah, it should be a sizable PB for Caleb if he keeps this going.
Yeah, so 41.0 there, so not quite holding that 40 point, but not far off it. There you can see Angus, so he's quite a way back now on Blair. So the 1-2-3 I think is pretty clear now. It will be the bell at the next turn.
Yep, and this is a little bit of encouragement for them when they get to this bell, knowing they're not far away from the finish.
Yeah, and there you can see the bell shining. I doubt we will see Angus coming in at the bell turn, but you will, if we are, we will see that sign coming up, a sort of bright pink sign held by his coach. And you just see it there in the background of the lady in red there, Laurel Bailey, the Warrender coach. So that's how Angus will know that he's going into his final 100.
I'm thinking they could have just, if they've lost the sign, they could just have borrowed a Cumbernauld t-shirt for that purpose.
So there you go. Yes, who needs a sign?
Yeah, the bright pink of Cumbernauld switching from the yellow. But yeah, back to the pool. Really strong swim here from Caleb Gray. So yeah, the Finns coach will be delighted with this, I would think. 9:58.11, going into the final turn, and his entry was 10:46.80.
Yes, it's going to take more than 10 seconds off that, I think, or certainly around 10 seconds. 40 point on that penultimate 50, and you were certainly expecting to be into 30 something in this last one. Let's see what he can do. I think maybe 10:37, something like that. 15 to go through those markers. So there he goes up towards the finish. 5 to go now as the clock goes into the 10:30s. I think it's going to be faster, my prediction. So look at that, 36.8 for his final 50. 10:34.95. So you'll, I think, be pretty pleased with that effort.
Yeah, great swim there. And now coming home, Blair Tetlow. So 10:41.30. So is his entry. So not quite in that space, but nice swim from Blair. And now Angus Donald comes in to complete his race. Well done to the boys there. Nice start to the 800 free. So just looking down, yeah, we've still got quite a few 13-year-olds to come in the next two heats. But we're on to heat 2 now. And the boys are just lining up on the blocks. So, lane 1, Ethan Pate from Finns, another Finn swimmer going here. And 2, Julian Ockrodge from Delting. 3, Daniel Letham, Cumbernauld. 4, Sky Kaibunchai from University of Aberdeen Performance. 5, Logan Wright, also from University of Aberdeen Performance. 6, Jack Kivlahan from Rhine 96. 7, Jensen Basketer from City of Glasgow, and 8, Yasin Hattab from Dumfries. Quickest entry, 10:00.3, so just over the 10-minute mark. Sky Kubunchai, Sky and Logan both 14, and the rest of the boys here are 13. So it'll be quite interesting to see who the top 13-year-old is here, particularly because there's only two 13-year-olds in the final heat.
Yep, so there's a medal in it for the top 13-year-old in this one. So Ethan Pate is first to turn. He is one of those 13-year-olds. He's in the pale blue, so a previous Finn swimmer, Caleb, was wearing a sort of maroonish colour.
Do they get to choose their caps, you think? Colours, or is it just one of two? I'm not sure.
Well, they certainly do wear both. I have my suspicions. Ian Lewis, the coach there, is a fanatical Heart supporter, so I don't know whether that has anything to do with it.
Could be a Heart Midlothian cap, which is another swim team, but it's also a football team.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to wear that. I don't think he'd have that.
So Daniel Letham now in first position, 1:11.31. So Daniel, Cumberland Old swimmer, and that's the pink cap. So the pink colours we're talking about not so long ago. So Daniel now in the lead, and just outside him in lane 4, Sky Kubunchai, University of Aberdeen Performance, and his colleague, his swimmer Logan Wright, just outside him as well. So Daniel Letham, Sky Kubunchai, Logan Wright. So looking at the splits there, looks like Daniel Letham is putting in the fastest time over the previous 50.
Yeah, it's just worth noticing that because we were talking about 40 points, 41s, 42s in the first heat, so now 38s in this one, so it's a fair bit faster. Daniel Letham is certainly the one who is setting the pace here. Second in the short course West District. I'm not aware whether he's done this one long course. So 2:27.21, that is 6 seconds faster than the first heat at the same stage, the 200 mark.
Yeah. And the 37s now.
Yeah, just under 1:16 for his second 100. So that gives us a sense of where we're going with him. So these entries around the 10 minutes, and that's the sort of pace that we're at with Daniel. So the others, I think, would want to pick it up a bit here, because I'm sure some of them would certainly, if you look at Sky and Logan, for example, I think they would have had aspirations, or will have aspirations, to try and get under 10 minutes. 10:00 entry time for Sky and 10:03 for Logan. But they'll have to push on if they're going to do that, and you'd have to really be up somewhere with Daniel Letham's pace to give yourself a chance of that. So they've certainly got some work to do to try and improve on those times.
Daniel Letham looks like he'll be not far off that minute mark if he keeps the current pacing going. So Daniel's entry is a 10:09.3, but yeah, going very nicely at the moment. We'll see if any of these other guys make a move.
Again,
and the splits there, yep.
Like the previous heat, that pace dropped there in the third 100, so he's gone sort of 1:16 now, 1:17. So what we saw in the last one with Caleb, that it's possible to bring that pace back again. As we'll see what Daniel can do about this. And we'll just check the relative pacing of the top 4 swimmers as well as they come up to this turn. So this is 350 meters, and Daniel going through on a 38.9 there, 4:23.56, and 38.9 as well for Jack Kivlin, and 39.1 for Logan. So really those top 3 are pacing at about the same pace, which means that those two side by side in lanes 5 and 6, Logan and Jack, they're not making any ground, but they're not falling back on Daniel. So we'll see whether that changes as this race progresses into the second half, whether they can start to narrow the gap or whether Daniel will find a second win and start to move away. So it'll be just over 5 minutes at the halfway mark, 5:02.30.
Yeah, I think that Jack, he's up to pace now. He's gained over half a second on Daniel in that last 50. So he went a 38.05, Daniel a 38.74, so over 0.6 of a second there. So he's making a bit of a move. I thought he was just nudging in front there over in lane 6 next to Logan Wright. But Logan looks to be trying to claw some of that back here. But Daniel Latham still got a clear bit of water between him and the rest. So he turns there, 37.4. He's up that pace again. So 37.4. We'll see what the other boys are at. Yep, 39.24, 39.06. So Daniel has kind of spotted the danger and is putting a little surge in now again.
Well, I suspect it's probably more about race strategy going into the second half. I mean, you do see this, that, you know, sometimes the strategy is to take the first half steady and then really work on that second half. So we'll see whether that can be sustained, that 37.4. So if it can, that would be very encouraging for Daniel in this second half. So here they come to 500. What are we going to see as this 50 split here? 38.2, so not quite as fast as the previous one, but certainly picking up the pace nicely compared with where he was in the second and third 100. 6:17.9 his split, and that, you know, taking down mid 117 down to mid 115 on that last 100. So that certainly puts him back towards the 10-minute area.
Yeah, he gained another second there over Jack Kevlahan. It possibly looks to be tiring up a touch here, unless he's this is part of his tactics, but it looks as if Logan Wright is now nudged into second place, but certainly very close between these two. But yeah, Daniel just dropped back to the 39 second pace there of that previous 50. It wasn't a 38, so he's 39.16 in second from Logan Wright, so around about the same pace for the top two. Jack Kevlahan dropping back to almost 40, so 39.69.
Yes, so definitely you feel that maybe he was given, you know, the strategy that pick it up in the second half, and he certainly did that in that first 100 second half. But it's one thing to do it for a while, it's another thing again to sustain it over the second half. And you see there a 38, so it goes through 600 meters in 7:35.32, so not as fast as his previous 100, back into the 117 territory. So I think we are looking probably at something between 10 and 10:10 for Daniel. So it's still going to be a pretty good solid swim. 10:09 is entry time, so I think he's got a reasonably good chance of being inside that. It won't be a huge PB, I don't think, but if he can hold this together in this final 200, then he can improve on his 10:09. How's he doing here? 38.
Yeah, it's maybe sped up just a touch there, but Logan Wright and Jack Kevlin are both in the 38s now as well. There's far too much water for them to make up at this stage, but see what happens for second and third.
Yeah, you'd like to think that with them being so close that there'll be a good battle. And also not far behind them there in lane 8 is Yassin Hattab, so he could get in about second and third place here.
Yeah, Yassin suddenly come into the picture. Keep an eye on his splits as well. So Daniel's now, yeah, he's up the pace a little bit again. 37.44 split there as he comes into the belt. So 8:51.12, 7 seconds ahead of Logan Wright. And Jack Kevlahan are now in third place. Yassin Hattab is only 2 seconds behind Jack Kevlin, so he could catch him in the final 100.
Yeah, it was interesting. So he did that 115, then he did a 117, and then he was back to 115s. And so if he could do around a 112 here, that would bring him in so around about 10:04, that sort of area. Let's see what he did here, 35.9. So that certainly puts him in place for a 112, and maybe faster than that, because, well, you'd expect this final 50 to be faster than the penultimate 50. So it is definitely, I think, going to be a PB. It won't be under 10 minutes, but it's going to be maybe 10:05, something like that, 10:04.
Yeah.
So this has been a good solid swim. He's had to do it on his own most of the race. The clock just coming up towards 10 minutes. In fact, I think he might be inside the 10:04, just over the 10. So 10:01.46, really pushed it hard there in the latter stages. Coming in for second then in lane 5 is Logan Wright, and it's close for third. Just Jack Kevlahan getting in by a 10th ahead of Yassin Hattab.
Well, that was a close finish for third and fourth. We thought it might be. That was 2 seconds gained by Yassin over the last 100 metres. But yeah, that's Daniel Latham guaranteed himself at least a bronze medal. So 1:01:46, good time there.
Yep, so keep a note of that time if you're a supporter of either Samuel Ruff or Charlie Braid. They're going in the final heat at lanes 8 and 9, the two 13-year-olds. All the others in the final heats will be 14-year-olds. The lineup is there for you. So the lineup is Andrew Patterson of City of Glasgow in 0, Jasper Broom of South Ayrshire in 1, Austin McPherson of Geary in 2, Alexander Brown of Alnwick Dolphins in 3, Nikolai Sisnet, City of Glasgow in 4, Aidan Anderson for Aberdeen Dolphin in 5, Blake Herman of Inverclyde in 6, Aaron Machin of City of Glasgow in 7. So they're all the 14-year-olds, and then the two 13-year-olds, Samuel Ruff of City of Glasgow in 8 and Charlie Braid of Ren 96 in lane 9. So third swim for Nikolai Sisnet, and I imagine he'll have saved himself a bit in the heats earlier to focus on this, and then he'll have recovery time before the finals. I saw him do that the other day when he did the 1500, so this one you'd expect he'll be putting maximum effort into, and then hoping that it's been worked out of his arms and legs by the time he gets to the finals tonight. Coming up, it's going to be just a little bit over the minute for his first 100, 1:03, 1:03.82, 33 and a half there for his second 15.
Yeah, that's significantly quicker already than the previous heat. So clear favourite Nikolai, a 9:18.10 entry, and I think the closest to him, Aidan Anderson, well, he's about nearly 4 seconds behind on entry, so actually not too far back. So see how this one progresses. So they're both competing with each other in the 14-year-old category.
And talking about competing with each other, keep an eye on there on lanes 8 and 9, the two 13-year-olds absolutely together there as they go in the 150s, turning complete together. See Charlie Braid 1:45.61 and 1:45.66 for Samuel Ruff, so just 500s between them at the 150.
I see they're pacing a bit quicker already. They're pacing 36, under 37 seconds, both of them. I know it's fairly early in the race, so we'll see how that one goes, but if they continue that pace, you know, we might be able to predict what happens in the medal positions for the 13-year-olds. Certainly they'll be battling out between them for the gold as far as they're concerned. So yeah, it's like a separate race going on over on that side. Makes it easier for us commentators. They're the 13-year-olds, the rest of the 14.
It makes it better for them as well, because they're in a race side by side. They know they won't be caring about the 14-year-olds. They'll be just doing battle head-to-head here. Charlie Braid, the winner in the 1500, he'll want to do the distance double. So he is in lane 9 there. So in paper, Samuel Ruff slightly quicker than him. Meanwhile, we've got a 14-year-old race to worry about as well. Nikolai Sisnet certainly looking good for this. Sandy Brown of Alnwick, 35.5 there, but slightly slower than lane 5, Aidan Anderson on that split, but still has the edge on him as we head down towards the 300.
Yeah, Alexander Brown there just looks as if he's doing something just to increase that stroke rate a touch and gain some ground here. So we'll see what the splits are. Nikolai 35.27 and Alexander Brown 35.93. Aidan Anderson has actually not gained, looked as if he had, but yeah, these boys are right together in second place. Nikolai just stretching out here. He's that very long gliding stroke, looks as if he's hardly trying. Of course, all the power is under the water. But, looking very strong at the moment, Nikolai. It's very difficult to see him being caught, you know, in his current form. Stranger things have happened.
Nikolai entered 9:18. At the moment he's pacing inside that time, these 35s. He's been pacing around that 1:10 mark, which would bring him in around the 9:10 mark if he can hold this together. He's got to do it by himself now, because Well, it looks like already he is well clear to pick up yet another gold medal as we come towards the halfway mark. The lane 3, still Sandy Brown just ahead of Aidan Anderson. We will get a sight as we watch Nikolai coming back. There you can see at the top of your screen, Charlie Braid has the edge on Samuel Ruff now. Still fairly close between the two of them though in lanes 8 and 9.
Yep. Charlie Braid just with his nose in front. So looks as if, well, less than a second. Oh, just, yeah, less than a second between them. So yeah, there's a right battle going on there. But yeah, Nikolai, it looks like there's going to be a great race for second place in the 14-year-old category. Can't see Nikolai being caught, even in these early stages. But yeah, really good battle going on in the lanes outside him. Alexander Brown, Aidan Anderson. Aidan Anderson is about 9 seconds quicker on paper. But,
yeah, Aidan was silver in the 1500 and Alexander Brown the bronze in that one. So that was the order in the longer distance. We'll see how it works out in this shorter distance though.
Yep.
500 meters done, 5:45.56. So we'll just keep an eye on these splits for Nikolai. 5:45.56 means he's just now around the 1:11 mark, so he hasn't sustained the early pacing of 1:10. So we're now more or less at his entry time, maybe slightly inside it still. He's entered, as I said, 9:18. So it is, of course, the end of a long week. Nikolai has done an awful lot of swimming in these last 5 days, so that must have some impact on him, I would think.
Yeah, straight off the British as well last weekend, wasn't it? So it's been a really busy 2 weeks.
Aidan Anderson just edging it from Sandy Brown now, but we're still talking about, well, half a metre at most, in fact less than that I think, because Sandy has really started pushing it hard now down. So this will be 600.
Yep, 200 to go, 6:56.42. So that was a mid-35s 50 split there. And getting a touch, Aidan Anderson, 35.2. So he could be looking to up the pace here in lane 5.
And you see lane 8 and 9, if you were caught in the sight of that, as you when it has tightened up now between Samuel and Charlie. There's not a lot between them at all now.
Yeah. So Nikolai Cisnet maintaining a fairly steady pace here. And yeah, Aidan Anderson has upped the pace over the last 100 metres. I think he's gained on Nikolai about a second or so, and he's moved away from Alexander Brown.
Yeah, good time to make the move as you're coming up towards the bell turn. It's just maybe catching Sandy a bit unawares. They would have thought that perhaps the pace would pick up in the final 100. So Aidan perhaps has stolen a bit of a march on him, and he is going very nicely actually as they come in towards the 700. So 8:07.94 for Nikolai and 8:14.07 for Aidan.
Yeah. So Aidan again, just a fraction up on the pace that Nikolai's doing. He just upped that pace in the last 150, and he's trying to secure his second place here. Nikolai says it'll be really interesting to see if we can come underneath that entry, 9:18.10. So the final wall.
Yeah, final turn for Nikolai. 8:43.11, so 35.1 now. You would think he will really pick up the pace now. Still, if we just keep an eye there on lanes 8 and 9 as you see them going up the pool side by side still.
Neck and neck.
There's a cracking race going on there.
Yeah.
We'll catch them as they come down to the finish, but it's going to be Nikolai Cisnet taking this by a comfortable margin. There's 6 or 7 meters ahead of Aidan, so we know the 1, 2, 3 in the 14-year-olds. It's going to be Nikolai Sisnet.
Oh, he's managed to beat that time. 9:17.37.
Yep. Aidan Anderson second. 9:22.01. Sandy Brown in third. Fourth home in lane 7 is Aaron Machin. Now you can see these two on the far side, and it is Charlie Braid who just had the speed in these last length, and he will take it by about a body length.
Great
so
finish.
9:41.11 for Charlie, and Samuel Ruff 9:42. So that was an incredible race between those two. We're at it hammer and tongs the whole way through. That it will be Charlie Braid picking up another gold medal on distance freestyle.
Yeah, that with the gold and silver for that. Charlie Braid, Samuel Ruff. But yeah, they did. They looked as if they were almost doing a sprint that whole time. All the splashing that was going on, they were really trying.
Yeah, they were certainly going at it, hammer and tongs, weren't they?
Yeah, and they got really good PBs there for both of them, as well as taking gold and silver. Daniel Lethen will take the bronze. So just wait till we can confirm these results for you. And we'll have some relays coming up after this, but medals, I believe, will be happening as well prior to that. So it's the girls' medley relay, and then it will be the boys' medley relays as well, 4x100.
So we now have the confirmed results coming through on our screens. Charlie Braid, Samuel Ruff and Daniel Lethem are confirmed as the medalists in the 13 age group, and Nikolai Sisnet, Aidan Anderson and Sandy Brown in the 14 age group. So we'll be seeing them shortly over at the podium. There you can see with that checkerboard behind it. That's where the podium is in this pool, at the start end of the pool on the window side. If you're not familiar with the Aberdeen Sports Village pool, it's probably about 10 years old now. It's a lovely facility. You can see there's some glass panels in the ceiling. It's got lots of natural light down, and then you've got that ring of light round the side of the pool. We do get a seagull issue on those skylights, and I've heard one swimmer saying that they were complaining they were doing backstroke and they thought there were rabbits on the ceiling because the way it had looked. They said they look just like rabbits. No, they were
Flying
seagulls.
rabbits.
Yeah, the curse of the rabbit.
Well, some people do think seagulls are a bit of a curse.
Well, that's certainly true.
Flying vermin, some people say, but you know, I would better not offend all the bird lovers out there.
Yeah. Yeah, others say they're one of the most intelligent birds in the bird kingdom. So, yeah, let's hear it for seagulls. Of course, we have a seagull swimming here this week.
We do.
Edward Bell, from Christchurch.
Seagulls. We'll get dolphins, we'll get sharks, we'll get penguins, everything.
So here we have our medalists. So the 13-year-olds then. The bronze medalist from Cumbernauld is Daniel Lethem. And the bronze medalist in the 14-year-old is Alexander Brown. I'll give him his posh name. So I think they gave the order of the swimmers the other way round, but Anik there in that yellow and blue. Now the silver medalists. So in the 13 age group, Samuel Ruff still blowing after that hard-fought race.
Oh yeah, gave everything.
Anderson of Aberdeen Dolphin, the silver medalist for the 14-year-olds, and there are your gold medalists. And Charlie Braid also still puffing a bit.
Yeah.
The Ren 96 swimmer. Well, fair play to him. He should be puffing because he worked his socks off in that one. Nikolai says that always looks cool and calm as a cucumber on the podium, but he is blowing a little bit as well. They'll be also, of course, looking to get some good recovery in before our finals later on. So they'll be into the swim down pool, get that lactic out of the body, and maybe some nutrition between now and the finals. And we'll be looking for one last real push in this evening's finals from these guys. But as you said, Stuart, we've got some relays.
We do. We love these relays. Always exciting. It's the medley relays as well, so you can change and swap position through each discipline. So first of all, the girls, just one race in this one. So it's Kinross in lane 0. That'll be Mia McCluskey setting them off. Dumfries in 1, Millie Kerr, Bellshill in lane 2, Amy Rimmer, Geary in 3, Libby Tweedy, 4, Wanda Bass, Olivia Begbie will be leading off there. City of Glasgow in 5, Eva Gordon. 6, South Lanarkshire is Eleanor Osborne. 7, University of Aberdeen Performance, Lily Lava. And 8, East Lothian, Imogen Turner. So these girls all lining up for the 4x100 metre medley relay. We'll start off with the backstroke. And this should be a good one. This is a one race situation here. There's no more heats than this. So the winner of this will take the gold medal. So off we go. A great start there in lane 5. That's Eva Gordon from City of Glasgow, and she is really dominating in this early stage here. And next to her, maybe drawing up a touch now, is Warrender swimmer Olivia Begbie. So Olivia Begbie maybe just pulling up here as the first length goes on. There's a couple other teams in it though. Geary in 3, looking pretty strong. Also Bellshill in 2, but it's City of Glasgow Wander. Geary Bellshill, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 off the first wall. And a lovely turn there with City of Glasgow. So Eva Gordon looking really strong here down the second length. Looks like she'll give Glasgow a decent lead after the backstroke. And a fairly clear second now is Warrender, but coming up in lane 2, Bellshill. So Amy Rimmer from Bellshill is having a nice swim. Also the Geary swimmer Libby Tweedy. So that'll be the 1, 2, 3, 4 as we hand over. So Eva Gordon there hands over to Emma Patterson on the breaststroke. And the breaststroke for Warrender is Maddie Hull.
Yeah, so it'll pretty emphatic for City of Glasgow in the backstroke, but now here come Warrender. Maddie Hall is bringing them right back into the mix, and also looking strong in lane 3 is Millie Searle on the breaststroke leg for Geary. So it is all bunching up now, these 3 teams. 4th place now in lane 6 is South Lanarkshire with Anna Law on the breaststroke ahead of Bellshill with Charlotte Shanks. But at the front, City of Glasgow still hold it by a second halfway through, but not for much longer because Maddie Hall has gone past them, and bearing down as well is Millie Searle for Geary. So they have both now gone past Emma Patterson for City of Glasgow. So twists and turns as always in the medley relay, and now it is a Warrender versus Geary contest, and Geary I think will probably finish this breaststroke with the narrow lead, but Maddie Hall will try and stop that from happening. Both of them putting on a good show in breaststroke for us, and they're going to be just about together as we go to the fly swimmers, but it's Geary will have the lead. Katie Ray now against Katie Aitchison for Warrender, and Lula Milne will go in for City of Glasgow.
That was a cracking breaststroke from Geary and Wanda Bass, and they've really cemented a healthy lead here, and it's now Warrender Bass taking over the lead. Katie Aitchison looking really strong at the moment. The Geary swimmer, Katie Ray, is not far behind, so the 2 Katies out in front. City of Glasgow leg, this one is Lula Milne, and she's right in touch as well. And there seem to be the 3 that are way ahead of the rest. So Wanda Bass, Geary, and City of Glasgow, 1, 2, 3. We'll see if City of Glasgow can make up any time. It looks as if they were just quickest by a fraction in the first part of the butterfly. So we'll see if Lula Milne can eat into that lead at all. But the Warrender swimmer still at the front. Katie Aitchison looking strong. Katie Aitchison, Katie Ray. We'll see if Katie Ray can make a charge towards the finish of her butterfly. It looks like she might be. She's really digging in here, and she's really fighting for Geary, and she is coming towards the finish, but it's still Warrender in the lead up to the freestyle. So Warrender will hand over to Luca Caslaw, Geary, Ava Smith, and City of Glasgow, Sadie McGuffey. That'll be the final swimmers in these three teams.
So let's see how this one works out there. Warrender certainly have the upper hand here. It's up to Lucy Caslaw to protect that position against Ava Smith. Looks like City of Glasgow are too far back, but Sarah McGuffey will be strong for them. So Warrender are the ones who are the favourites now as we come into the final turn. Let's check on the splits. That'll give us an idea. 31.7, that's faster than Geary, but not as fast as City of Glasgow. They picked up a second and a half there, but, well, they are back by more than that, so it's looking like Warrender, Geary, I think, are holding their own against City of Glasgow, despite them making ground. So that looks like the 1, 2, 3, but City of Glasgow won't give this up until it's done. It is all tying up a little bit at the end here, but Warrender have done the job. It's getting very close for second now. Who gets second? Geary just hold on. And City of Glasgow, brave effort. Look at that, 32.7 on the final 50 for City of Glasgow's Sarah McGuffey. It was just quite enough, but it will be a bronze medal, and a very well-earned bronze medal. Tight contest there for fifth, South Lanarkshire in fourth, and that was Bells Hill just touching out Dumfries for fifth as the remaining teams come in. So there in lane 0 is Ken Ross, and up at the top we have East Lothian.
Well, great swim by Warrender, but all credit to Ava Smith there for Geary. Looked as if she would be overtaken. She just found an extra burst of energy towards the finish just to take silver for the team. It's amazing what a team swim can do just to give you the extra something towards the finish, and that's exactly what she did. That was a great finish for her, just holding off Sarah McGuffey, who looked as if she was going to come over and take. Oh, unfortunately, looks like we have a disqualification there. Just wait to get that confirmed. Yep. And unfortunately, City of Glasgow. So now it's Warrender Bass who take gold, silver, Geary, and South Lanarkshire will take the bronze.
Bonus bronze medal for South Lanarkshire there. City of Glasgow would be gutted about that, but very unfortunate for them. There's 2 disqualifications there.
We've had a few of them, Duncan, haven't we, in the relays today?
Yeah.
It seems to be, obviously the judges are being very strict as they should be with the takeovers.
Yeah, well, they do it electronically as well, because you've got the pressure pads on the blocks, and so you compare the time on the pad with the time from the pressure points on the blocks, and if there is too big a discrepancy, that will be called out, and that would normally, unless there is a clear error in the electronics, that would give rise to a disqualification. So we have 2 heats now in the male and open 11 to 13 years medley relay. 4 teams will go in the first of them, and they are University of Aberdeen, Dumfries, Aberdeen Dolphin, and Ren 96. Ren 96 always seem to be in lane 6. Why is that?
Maybe something to do with the 6. I'm not sure. But yeah, not a bad start from Ren over there, but probably slightly quicker is lane 4. So Dumfries team. So Struan Henry setting off well there. Coming up now inside him, Aidan Downey from University of Aberdeen Performance. So it's the 2 white caps, I think, 1 and 2 just now. Ren 96 and 3. And Aberdeen Dolphin in lane 5 in 4th place. So touching them all first. Dumfries 37.19, 37.68. So just half in it, half a second in it from between 1 and 2. So quickest on paper here are the Dumfries team, but 5 seconds quicker than the nearest team. So nice turn there from Struan, and he's now taken a healthy lead over this first leg. So Struan Henry coming towards the completion of the backstroke, and he'll hand over to Nathan Zarro. And Nathan's had a strong meet, and we expect him to have a strong leg here on the breaststroke.
Yep, so off he goes, over 3.5 seconds up on Ren 96 and University of Aberdeen. So the lineup in the breaststroke, as you said, Nathan Sorrell for Dumfries leading the way. Then behind them, it is lane 6 in second place, Ren 96, Jack Handley going for them. For University of Aberdeen, it's Lewis Morgan, and making good progress for Aberdeen Dolphin is Olivier, I should say, Bielnowski.
Yep.
42.5 halfway mark for the Dumfries swimmer. So let's just check the relative splits. 44, 45, but Aberdeen Dolphin the fastest there. So Olivier going well for the Dolphins to try and bring them back into the picture, and he's certainly doing that as far as the race for second is concerned, but it's still a pretty emphatic Dumfries lead here that Nathan Sorrell, if anything, is building over the 3 teams behind him. So he will have done his task pretty soon. The guys then going to fly. Yassin Hattab, you can see on the blocks there, getting himself lined up for a good takeover. Let's check on the takeovers there. So pretty clean one there, 2:46.03. So into the butterfly now. It's Yassin Hattab for Dumfries. It is Daniel Valkov for University of Aberdeen, Emilian Gies for Aberdeen Dolphin, and Jack Kivlan for Ren 96. But the lead is so big that our camera crew are struggling to get all the 4 teams in the picture. Now it pans across to the turn end. He's able to do that.
Yep, Yassin Hattab, very healthy lead here. Let's keep an eye on the board here for the splits. So 35.23, and we'll see if there's any ground being made up behind. But yeah, really strong from Aberdeen, University of Aberdeen performance there in the 32 seconds. So good swim here, there by Daniel Valkov, looking very good here. Also Aberdeen Dolphin, Emilian Gizes. Looks like these 2 teams are leaving Ren 96 behind here. Oh yeah, still a commanding lead. And lane 4 here by Dumfries. So Yassin Hattab will hand over to Ben Gray for the final leg here. Ben will take over the freestyle to finish the job for Dumfries. Handing over for Aberdeen Dolphin, and it will be Emilian to Ryan Lees, and then University of Aberdeen performance. Daniel will hand over to Glenn Geddes, and taking the final leg for Ren 96 will be Rhys Ferguson.
So it looks like a solid Dumfries win coming in here, and a battle between the 2 Aberdeen clubs for second place. Remember, of course, we've got another heat to come after this one. So coming up to the final turn, Ben Gray will take them through for 36.84, 34.0 split for them. And he is, 7-8 meters up over, I think, lane 5. Well, really close. Actually, very close between Aberdeen Dolphin in 5 and University of Aberdeen in 3. So that one, I think, is going to go right to the wire. But Dumfries will bring it in here. So they came in on an entry time of 5:22.5. The clock just going into the 5:10, so they're going to be well inside that. So very good, solid swim from the Dumfries quartet. They come in 5:16.40. It's going to be lane 5 taking the second spot. That's Aberdeen Dolphin. So in the end, just edging it by nearly a second, 5:20.88. With University of Aberdeen performance 5:21.79 in third, and Ren in 5:27.91. So just looking at that, all 4 teams are inside their entry times. Let's just check that they're all okay.
Yeah, all significantly within it. I think it's a great swim, and second leg by Olivier for Aberdeen Dolphin just to bring them back into the picture, and then they ended up taking second spot in the heat. A good swim all round from Dumfries. Just wait for the confirmation.
Yeah, it always get a bit nervy when there's a weight like this, just to see what the officials are thinking about that last race.
Yeah, especially with the relays.
Yeah, so if there is a DQ or an adjustment in times, it tends to come up on the venue scoreboard before we see it on our results screen. So we'll just keep an eye on that. Of course, one more race to go this afternoon, and then of course we'll be back for finals tonight for our final blast at the Scottish National Age Group Championships. So still waiting. Still waiting.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's something to do with the screen's not refreshing or if it's actually the race, previous race that they're discussing, but we're not getting too much information at the moment. So we'll just wait for this last heat to take place. We'll have a full pool for the last one, all A teams, so they're all vying for a medal in the last relay. And I think that's the confirmed result, Duncan.
Yep, so that's good news. No DQs. The Fries Aberdeen Dolphins, University of Aberdeen, 1, 2, 3. And we can now focus on this last race of the afternoon. There's the lineup. Highland will be led off by Aubrey Gunn in 0. First with Oren McLeod in 1. South Ayrshire with Felix Broom in 2. Warrender with Andrew Fernando in 3. City of Glasgow with Charlie McColgan in 4. Hearts with Thomas Vakulitz in 5. South Lanarkshire with Finn McDonald in lane 6. 7 is Glenrothes with Noah Heyman. Geary with Oliver Peel in 8. And Harry Swarbrick leading off for Carnegie in lane 9. So City of Glasgow has the fastest entry time. They were beaten out in the female event, so they'll be looking for a win here. Hearts are second fastest qualifying time with Warrender third, so we'll see how it works out. Of course, it can work out quite differently. They might have changed their team compared with the team that they imagined for their entry time, so let's see how it goes. But it's lane 5, Hearts with Thomas Vakulitz setting the earlier pace here in the backstroke. He is off very, very fast here, and the other swimmers mainly all in a line. Certainly, 7 of them, but the Heart swimmer has broken clear early on here. Thomas pushing on very hard. Let's see, can he sustain this in the second half? A 34.5 for his first 50. See, that's over 3 seconds faster than anybody else. 37s and 38s behind him. So pushing on hard. He's given his team a fantastic start here. Very close for second now in lane 3. It is Warren de Baas, and in lane 1 it is First. Can either of them start to claw back this big early Hearts advantage? So hats off to Thomas Vakulitz. You've done your job. Handing over now to Lewis Bowerman for the second leg with a lead of 3.5 seconds.
Yeah, absolute rocket there, Thomas Vakulitz. Given a healthy lead to Hearts, and a good takeover in lane 1 from First from Oren McLeod to Luke Todd. Luke Todd's looking very strong here, coming through in the breaststroke. He's really flying up here, and he's leaving the rest well behind. Luke Todd having a fantastic breaststroke. Is he taking it out too fast, Duncan? I'm not sure. He's going. I've never seen a stroke rate so quick for 100, and he's actually going to catch, I think, and overtake. Oh, yeah, First are now in front, then Heart of Midlothian, and in third place, a really good swim as well in the breaststroke, South Ayrshire, and it is Max Clark, South Ayrshire swimmer. He's come right up into third place. They were way further back after the first leg, but yeah, look at this in lane 1. He's still keeping it going. Luke Todd still stretching out in front. He's maybe just tying up a touch here. He really went out of fast there, so that's to be expected. Over in lane 5, still in touch here in second place. Lewis Bowerman from Heart of Midlothian, and I think they're being caught a little bit by South Ayrshire in third. So at the halfway point, it's going to be First, followed by Heart of Midlothian, and then South Ayrshire. That's the 1, 2, 3.
So into the butterfly leg then. For First, it's Rory Stevenson. For Hearts, it's Lucas Serrels. Then in third place, South Ayrshire with Hamish Black behind them. We're starting to see movement from City of Glasgow, Callan Chester, but they've got a lot of work to do. So that's your top four, and still first have a significant advantage here. Don't think we've seen first on the podium in a relay yet, so is this their moment?
Yeah,
So Rory Stevenson taking it on hard here, 34.4, that's the second faster than Hearts. City of Glasgow had the fastest split, but they've got so much ground to make up.
Certainly do, but they are moving up now in South Ayrshire. So City of Glasgow gaining ground in South Ayrshire. You fancy they'll overtake them in this lane. But still out in front is first. So Rory Stevenson has had a fantastic butterfly here, pulling away from the rest of the field. Still in second place over there in lane 5 is Heart of Midlothian. So Lucas Seros has had a good butterfly as well, and maybe he's just drawn back a touch towards the finish. And now handing over in first, it is Zachary Dormer who takes the mantle for the freestyle, and he's had a great start there. Heart swimmer who takes over is Guy Johnston. For South Ayrshire, it's Lewis Relly, and for City of Glasgow, Samuel Ruff. But it looks like Samuel Ruff is really challenging here.
Well, straight out of that 800 freestyle as well. You also have to keep an eye on the De Vries team here, because on paper they were in third spot at the 300 from the first heat. So this is getting tight at the front though, because first are being caught here. Guy Johnson on the case here for Heart of Midlothian. City of Glasgow finishing strongly as well. I don't think they can catch the leading two, but they are closing the gap. It looks like Hearts may just have the lead here now. It's Hearts then in lane 5, first in lane 1. Let's see as they come down. There's a din going on in the venue here. City of Glasgow finishing strongly, but it's Hearts take the win. 5:05. City of Glasgow storming up to second place there. 5:06.68. Terrific anchor leg from Samuel Ruff straight after that 800. That was remarkable from him. And first 5:08.03, and that all of them are faster than the previous heat. So they are your 1, 2, 3. Hearts will take the gold. City of Glasgow the silver, and first get on the podium with a bronze.
Well, Guy Johnson held on there for the team. You'll be delighted. Samuel Ruff though, that stroke rate in the 800, I'm sure it was about the same as that 100 there in the in the relay. But it was great finish there. And then first, they did put in a great performance, but ended up back in third. South Ayrshire, shout out to my team down there as well. They had a really good swim between them to take fourth position. And just the last team coming in there, Highland. So, exciting stuff there in the final relay.
Yeah, relays always get people going, and there we have no DQs, I'm glad to say, on that second final. So Hearts, City of Glasgow first are confirmed as the 1, 2, 3, and we'll see them very soon on the podium for our last piece of action in this penultimate session of the 2024 Scottish National Age Group Championships.
So we'll just have these presentations shortly, and start off with the girls. So we should see the girls coming on camera now. So there's the 4 hop by 100 medley relay, 13-year-old girls, and we'll see who we've got to give out the medals.
It's going to be Lynn
Alderton,
former chair of the swimming committee and a secretary in the North District at the moment.
So South Lanarkshire, the bronze medalists: Eleanor Osborne, Anna Law, Emily Taylor, and Ailsa Chand. So good swimming girls. Some nice smiles there from the girls. We'll be delighted to pick up that bronze. We'll move on to the silver medalists, and it's from Geary. We have Libby Tweedy, Millie Searle, Katie Ray, and Ava Smith. Getting their medals there from Lynn. Now, I'm hoping they lined up in that order that I said, but I'm not quite sure. They can sometimes switch themselves around in the podium.
That's the order they swum, so that's the order they get announced.
That's the order they
Seems
get them,
fair.
yeah. And now our gold medalists and Scottish National Age Group champions are the Warrender team. And it's Olivia Begbie, Mary Hoole, Katie Aitchison, and finally Lucy Carslaw. Carslaw, I should say. Better pronounce that correctly. So there's all the girls up there, smiling for the cameras. Lots of big smiles, happy faces. And they really do bring the teams together. Both the ones that take part and their teammates poolside, and the coaches all cheering them on. And it was really noisy up here in the galleries during that, wasn't it, Duncan?
It certainly was, yeah. The spectators getting really behind that, hooters and all sorts going on. One more presentation then, and that is our male and open 11 to 13 medalists. So they're making their way up now as the girls depart the scene. And there they are. So great effort from that first team, the Falkirk-based squad from clubs from Falkirk, Grangemouth and Bowness. Yes, yes, I did it. I got a national medal. Oren McLeod, Luke Todd, Rory Stevenson and Zachary Dormer. And you should absolutely be delighted with yourselves. It was a heroic effort.
That's lovely to see. The real sense of achievement the boys have got there from getting that medal.
Silver medalist, City of Glasgow, Charlie McColgan, Jensen Busketter, Callan Chesser and Samuel Ruff. They look much more serious about things, don't they? Yeah, there was a job to do, and we did it. Silver medalists, but Heart of Midlothian picking up gold there. Thomas Vakulets, Lewis Bowerman, they're all pretty chuffed too. Yep. Lucas Serrels and Guy Johnson. So they are our final set of medalists in this afternoon session. So there they all are. What a bonny bunch.
Yeah, great.
The future of Scottish swimming is safe in their hands.
That's right. And looking at the times there, it was a close, really close relay, wasn't it? The final one that we watched there.
Yep. And the great thing about medley relays is that it's all twists and turns as we go. So that's it for session 14. We'll be back at 5:10 for our final session in these 2024 Scottish National Age Group Championships. But for now, from myself, Duncan McKinnell
and Stuart Stevenson,
we'll say
goodbye for now.
Bye for now.